Let's begin today's show. 3 no-bake cold desserts, each tastier than the last. Stay until the end and comment which one you liked most. Thanks for coming, let's begin. First up, the Russian millefeuille, Napoleon dessert. It turns out, wow, incredible. 1 liter of milk, also cornstarch. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 100 grams. Sweet cookies, as many as you need for the mold, a good handful. Cream or heavy cream, 300 milliliters, 1.5 cups. Condensed milk, 1 cup, 400 milliliters. Let's get started. First, the milk, along with the cornstarch. As you go, turn on the heat and start stirring, because cornstarch dissolves better when it's cold. Now the cornstarch is well dissolved. So now it's time for the condensed milk. It has a lot of sugar. There it goes, it's great. It's going to be the next thing we add. We stir for 30 seconds and
we'll have it
well mixed. Now we have the condensed milk mixed in, and it's time for the cream. Cream, heavy cream, whipping cream, what do you call it in your country? It has a lot of important names. 34 or 35% fat content, which is the good kind. They say that the best way, the ideal way to stir, and the really good grandmother of all chefs, is like this. Making a figure 8 like this. It's too complicated. I think I'll stick with the traditional method because here I do everything the rough way. I've been at it for 30 seconds, look. Wow, it's going to turn out great. Here, I probably have just 30 seconds left or so. Now, pay close attention, keep stirring, because it's going to thicken up really fast. No way, maybe 30 seconds less? I'll have it in 20 seconds. Alright, 20 more seconds. A total of 50 seconds, about a minute or so. And look, look at the creaminess. Let's give it one last stir off the heat, so it cools down much faster and thickens up, giving us a fantastic cream. One last stir there. Here we could add cocoa or some kind of ingredient to give it flavor, like orange zest or something like that. I'm sure that'll work great. I'm going to leave it like this. Alright, we've already given it a stir. And now we let it rest for 5 minutes. About the molds, big, small, however you want. You can make it wider, you can make it taller, you can do both. I'll start with this one, so it comes out nice and tall. Simply, first layer, there it is. And I have a little piece left here. I don't like it like this, so I'm going to take a little knife and cut a piece that fits there. A little piece there, a piece here, and the base is complete. First layer of cream, slowly. Don't move there. There it goes. Now I'm gonna calmly wait for it to spread a little over here, a little over there. And now, I won't have any problem. Because it will be the cookies from the second layer themselves that will spread the product everywhere for me. There, like it's a spatula, you know? And it doesn't matter, because on top there's going to be another layer of these cookies, and even if it gets messy, it doesn't matter. Next layer of cookies. This is the corner piece. Next. There's no problem now since it stopped moving. Cream. I spread it again. The cookie. All the way to the corners. I want everything right there. There's no problem now since you can move it like this. We put the cookies in place. Wow, awesome, all covered up. Next layer of cream, go big. Here you go. This is going to be the last layer of cookies now. And we put them... Hey, what if I put them somewhere else? Don't I look the same? There it goes. Cookies over there, over here. With this one, we're finishing up. There it goes. Stingy glutton, call her whatever you want and cover it really, really well. Up to the edge, huh? We can add more if needed. No problem. There. Let it spread over the whole surface so it covers the cookie well. There it is. Come on, we got it. And now we're just going to clean the edge with a little paper because we've done it like we always do. Like a beast. There you go, Wolf. Like a beast. Super good. Now we'll chill it in the fridge for at least 2 or 3 hours. Longer is fine too. This way the flavors blend, the cookie becomes moist, and we get a fantastic dessert. We already have the dessert in the fridge, chilling in the refrigerator. So I want to take this opportunity to tell you that if you haven't subscribed yet, please do it. You just have to click the little red button down below, the one that says subscribe. Next to it is a small bell. Turn it on to get notified whenever I upload a video. At least 2 a week, and I always bring you a new world. So sign up. It's totally free, don't worry. Well, after some time, there you have it. Look at that. It looks great. If you don't want to wait, you can eat it hot. It's delicious too. Look at how it breaks apart. This dish, this dessert is wonderful. Oops, it's slipping. There we go. Let's go. Let's take out a portion so you can see the inside. And I'll tell you now, it's going to look fantastic. Come on, spatula in. A little skill, steady hands. Hold the mold and we take out an amazing portion. Here we go. There you go. Did we get it? Yes? Surgeon's precision? Wow, look, check out how the layers look. The chocolate suits it so well. Fantastic. Napoleon dessert, Napoleon cake, rice, raz. Who offers more? Let's go with a summer classic. A creamy, flavorful pineapple cake. Incredible. A very simple no-bake recipe that gives us a creamy and super delicious cake. As always, ingredients. 1 850 ml can of pineapple slices and juice. 500 ml of cream or milk cream. Whipping cream. A bunch of sobaos, 1 package. We're looking for about this size, more or less. If you can't, use another type of sponge cake that would also work for you, even muffins. 7. Gelatin sheets unflavored, neutral gelatin, and caramel. That's all, folks. Let's start the recipe, and the first step will be to hydrate our gelatin sheets in cold water. I leave them for a little while, about 10 minutes or so, and that way they hydrate perfectly. In the meantime, let's move on to another step. We pour in the cream, the 500 milliliters of cream, which in many places is called whipping cream or milk cream, and to this cream we're going to add the juice from the can of pineapple, all the juice. Here we go, we open it and pour all the pineapple juice inside, which is the natural juice. The pineapple has no added sugars or syrup. We stir a little bit, and now we have this mixture well combined, the ingredients well mixed, and we're ready to move on to the next step. The mold. We're going to add liquid caramel. This caramel will help keep the cake from sticking, and on top of that, it'll give us a really cool golden color. I have a habit of pouring it on the sides so it runs down. That way the whole mold gets coated well. So I'm going to cover all 4 sides. And then, to make sure, with a kitchen brush, I'm going to spread it really, really well all over the mold. Here we go, bam bam. This will take you very little time and will save you a lot of trouble. Well, I've got it nicely spread now. So, let's place the pineapple. you need to figure out how many pineapple slices you need to cover the bottom. In my case, I tried it out beforehand so I wouldn't mess up in the video. I can fit 3 exactly. If you have extra space, just cut one in half and add it at the end. No problem. The point is that the bottom of the mold should be covered with the pineapple slices. Wow, it looks so nice, super cool. Let's continue. Did you guess it? We place the lady fingers. It's important that they're very close together, covering the entire surface. So let's keep placing them. There's no problem sharing them because it's going to be very difficult for the size of the mold to match the size of the lady fingers. So, in my case, I already have this portion done. I'm going to add some more. To the other one. Standing them up vertically, they fit in just right for me. I already have it all the way at the back. That little hole that's left, a whole one won't fit, so I'm going to break it and press it down a bit until it reaches the bottom. There I have it. Alright, we've already got some work done, so let's keep going. The mixture we just made with cream and pineapple juice needs to be heated a little in the microwave. Heat it for a minute at a time, 2 or 3 minutes until it gets warm. Of course, we don't need it to be boiling or anything like that, we just need it to be warm. Why? Because the gelatin we've soaked in water needs to melt in this mixture. So we take the gelatin, squeeze it out, and add it. I'm going to stir a little. Yes, it's at the right temperature. So we add the gelatin. Because I remind you that gelatin is hydrated in cold water and dissolves in hot. So we need this mixture to be warm. Well, let's give it a few gentle stirs while the gelatin dissolves, which will take us about 2 minutes, and as soon as it's ready, we'll go back to the mold. There it is. Here I have my mixture with the gelatin already incorporated, and we're going to soak our sponge cakes. We're going to pour a ton of this mixture over them until they're well coated, nice and soaked, really filled. Here it goes, all over. Because the important thing about this cake is that it turns out really moist, really creamy. If you use too much, it's fine because more sponge cake will be added on top to absorb it. Here I go, we're placing another layer of sponge cakes, little by little, completing the puzzle. There we go. And as we place them, we gently press down so they settle and blend together. A lot more in the mold. This one fits right here and the other area was already pretty high. So we keep going. We keep adding our mixture, and the sponge cakes soak it up. They get saturated. There. Very good. And now I'm going to give it a final layer of sponge cake pressing down. If you see these bubbles coming up, it's not a problem. It's because it's soaking in. There we go, little by little. If I had used a mold with a higher edge, I wouldn't have had so much trouble fitting in this last row. Anyway, I'm moving forward and I'm going to make it. Alright, I'll cut this one in half to place here, and I have the last little piece left, so I'll cut another one. Here. And in that corner, I'm going to fit a tiny little piece right there. There we go. Alright, I've got it. So, what will we do? Have you guessed? We'll water it again with our mixture. Well, since I used this tiny mold, I'm going to press it down a bit with a fork so it makes a little space, so it soaks in faster. Come on, let's pour it little by little without overflowing and let the cake soak it up. Here we go. The truth is that this recipe is really easy, and we end up with an amazing dessert. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's fresh, with the flavor of pineapple, and in the end, that aftertaste is really good. Alright, I'm going to mash it again with a fork so it fits inside the mold. Because I went a little overboard. Well, it's okay, because this will thicken when it gets cold, so I'm not going to complicate things. Inside, the dessert goes into the fridge and we'll let it chill for at least 4 hours. What does the gelatin maker suggest? And after 4 hours, we should have our no-bake pineapple cake ready. Tip: we're going to use a wet knife and run it along the entire edge of the mold. This way it will come off much more easily. On the count of 3, we flip it over. I'm going to press down on the mold from above to make sure it comes out, to make sure it unmolds without any problem. Just a little pressure. Here we go, crucial moment. And yes, it came out perfectly. It looks amazing and I can't wait. I'm going to give you the aerial shot that I love so much, the helicopter shot. Here we go. My 3 slices of pineapple, that juicy side, with several layers. Incredible no-bake pineapple cake. Very easy and super creamy. I'm going to give it the final touch with caramel, some caramel lines that look fantastic on it. And now our recipe is ready. Final touch. For a refreshing dessert, it only has 3 ingredients: super lemon flavor and very creamy. A touch of caramel, lemon zest, orange zest, lime zest, whatever you want. No matter how you make it, it'll turn out delicious. Look how amazing it looks. See how it dresses up the table. We'll need 2 or 3 lemons, depending on the size of the lemon and how much of a citrus touch you want to give it. With 2, it's great, very sweet with a citrus kick. So, what should we do with the lemons? Well, we're simply going to cut them and squeeze out the juice, or the juice, however you call it in your country. We squeeze them and keep the liquid inside. This mousse can be made with lemon, a real classic, or with orange, another one, or even with both mixed together. It makes excellent butter for tomato avado. Recipe, there you have it, and let's wait a little bit. Condensed milk, 300 milliliters of condensed milk. Sweet touch, super flavor. Does it work for you? Tell me. Very good. We're going to use a bowl, a mixing bowl, a dish. We pour in our condensed milk. That's what's going to give our dessert its sweetness. There it goes. Look at that, how thick is it? If you don't have condensed milk, a yogurt, preferably Greek, and a couple of tablespoons of sugar will work great. It'll be full of sweetness. I love condensed milk. Here, we're going to add the lemon that we squeezed just a moment ago. And we're going to add it little by little until we get a smooth, well-blended mixture. We'll need 400 milliliters of heavy cream, the kind that has 34-35% fat content. So let's whip our cream really well. We've kept the beaters and the bowl in the fridge, so they'll be super cold, and this will help the cream whip up much faster. Here we go. In it goes. I'll use electric beaters and it'll only take me 2 minutes. No way, not even that. In just a minute, done. If you do it by hand, it'll take you a bit longer, but it won't be a big deal either. Now that we have the cream well whipped, I want to take this opportunity to tell all of you who aren't subscribed to the channel to go ahead and do it. You just have to press the red button down there that says subscribe. Tap the little bell to get notified about my updates. You know, one sweet and one savory video each week, plus maybe something extra I come up with. And that's it. Don't worry, because it's completely free. Well, you can see how it's thickened up right away. It's already making those grooves. That means it's almost ready. Look, it still moves a little, so we have a bit more to go. Just 10 more seconds. After the time is up, we'll start adding the mixture we made of lemon and condensed milk. Gentle folding movements. Add it like this, little by little. You can see this is starting to look amazing. I'm going to divide the cream into about 3 parts as I add it, and that way it'll turn out fantastic. We'll use a kitchen spatula, which some people call a miser or stingy spatula. In Asturias, we call it a jambiona. It has tons of names and they're all really cool. Come on, how long can this take us? 20 seconds, 30 at most, no more. Why do we use folding motions? It's very simple. We don't want the mixture to lose its air, which is what makes it super creamy. So if you do it too fast or too hard, it will lose the air, it will be flatter, and it won't turn out as well. So gently take those few minutes, and it will turn out fantastic. Well, our mixture has all the ingredients well incorporated. Look at that creaminess. Wow, I love this dessert. It's super fresh. It's full of flavor. I really like the citrus touch. A lot. You can spoon it directly into a glass or into an individual container, into an individual dessert glass. Or, if not, you can use a piping bag, like I'm going to do. Fill it really, really well. And now, we go to the glass. Let's start shaping it. There it is. All the way to the top, it's going to look amazing. I'm telling you, these are big glasses. I'm making an over-the-top dessert, just how I like it. There you have it. We leave the top on so it looks nice, and that's it. As I said, it allows many decorations. Rah-rahs, I'm going to go with the zest and I'm going to add it. Lemon and orange, so it also has that warm yellow-orange touch of color. Fantastic. There you have it. Of course, anything else works too. Crushed cookies, chocolate shavings. As I said, anything works. I have it. What else? Well, that's it. To the table. There you have it, ready to serve. Lemon mousse made with 3 ingredients in no time at all. Rah-rahs. Who can top that? An incredible dessert. You can't miss it. Fantastic. Well, that's it for today's show. I hope you liked the 3 desserts. Let me know in the comments which one you liked the most. Hit the like button. I see you haven't done it yet, you know. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming. Love you all. Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching. Bye.